Hello, everyone. Welcome to a thankful Thursday. It is one of those days, though. What about those days when everything seems to be going haywire, or maybe internally you just feel kind of down, kind of in a funk? I'm having a day kind of like that today, and I would like to share some of the steps that I'm learning that have been helping me, and uh, I offer them to you so that they you can experiment with them and see if they work for you also. When you're feeling down, or it's one of those days that things aren't going the way that you planned on them going, there's some very simple things that we can do that can help us just keep moving instead of getting stuck. I know for me, on days like this in the past, one of the things that I would do is I would find myself eating, um, because eating, especially sweets, always made me feel better, for a short amount of time. And then I had the funk, feeling down in the dumps, then added more guilt and shame to myself. So it was a double whammy in the end. So one of the there are several things that I do now instead of turning to food, or turning to binging on Netflix, or shopping online. Uh, so here's a couple of the things that I'm learning that I do. In the ULA framework, we talk about fitness, which is all of our health, inside and from tip to toe, from the top of our brain, inside our mental health, our physical well-being, our internal well-being, all of that. And so one of the things that I've learned is to help myself keep healthy. And faith is part of that for me. So I turn to my faith, and it never fails. It picks me up. So today I'm looking at John 5:17. Very simple verse. It says, "But Jesus replied, 'My Father is always working, and so am I.'" So I know that Jesus is working, and the Father is too. Another thing that I can do is I can take some time to write out my gratitudes, and I'm loving this my Kairos journal. It has everything I want to focus on. Right here is the section for my gratitudes. So writing out my gratitudes. Enjoying the view from the step I am on is a note that I had gotten from one of the things that I had listened to in the last couple of days. I'm going to enjoy the view from the step I'm on today. Even though I feel like I'm in a funk, I'm going to I'm gonna lift keep look up, child. It's one of my favorite songs, and it's one of my favorite things to remind myself to do. Look up. The Father is working. Um, Another thing, it's some very, very tactical things that I can do for myself is, first of all, remind myself of an affirmation that I want to remember. I am designed by God for greatness and a purpose. I I have a wonderful body that is so resilient, and I I have faith that gets me through these days. Faith is a belief in things that we don't see, and today's the day that I don't see. I don't see the abundance, or I don't see the peace and the calm that I normally do. Another thing that I know helps me so much is to get some sunshine. Get out and get some sunshine. And if it's windy like it is right here, right now, and that could be part of in the out of balance, or the yeah, the dis-ease that I'm feeling today. It could be the wind. That's often a trigger for me. But I know that if I get outside and I get some sunshine, I can put a hat on. I can walk in a shelter belt. I can get out, get some sunshine, and get some movement in, get some water in, and fill up my mind with thoughts of grace and gratitude. So, there's what to do on these days when maybe you're feeling out of sorts. You know, another thing that happens for me because of ULA and because of the ULA framework, I have the capability of tracking my action steps of movement, of water, of getting outside, and every time I track that, and it's not showing up on my phone right now, my app, but when I track that, there's a celebration on that. So it's an immediate reward sensation for me. Also, writing things down is also an immediate reward sensation for me. So, grab a hold of your faith on those days that you feel like you're in a funk. Grab a hold of your faith. Grab a hold of some very simple action steps that lift up our spirits, like sunshine, movement, water, and self-care in the way of nourishing our bodies and our minds. So, that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for letting me share this with you. Honestly, this is helping me feel more energized. It's helping me feel less like I'm in a funk, just sharing this with you. Share with me some of the things that you use or that some of the tools that you practice when you're feeling down in the dumps or in a funk. I'd love to hear. Share in the comments. Join us over in Shifting Inside Out. It's a free Facebook page, and there's a lot of resources up in the guides section. We'd love to have you there, and I would love to receive encouragement from you and to pass along the encouragement that's been given to me. That's what we do there. So thank you so much. Have a thankful Thursday and take care of yourself because you are worth it.